Will more talk of a green economy now become reality? Governor Richardson has long been a proponent of greening up the environment and the economy, but so far the talk hasn't gotten all that far. But soon after he laid out his plans for the coming year before state lawmakers this week, the wheels seem to get turning faster. Economic Development Secretary Fred Mondragon has announced the formation of a green energy cabinet. Well, on the line now to tell us more about that is Brendan Miller from the Economic Development Department. He himself has been named the department's green energy manager. Brendan Miller, tell us how all this is going to work.
Well, the governor has been a tremendous champion for clean energy for many years, obviously. He's issued many executive orders and initiatives. And this is basically the next step in his plan for clean energy for New Mexico and a clean energy economy, I should also say. Under Secretary Mondragon's leadership, he created my position, which is the Green Economy Manager. This is a new position for the state. And I'm not sure how many other those Green Economy Managers we may find around the U.S. And essentially, this announcement is creating a Green Jobs Cabinet that would report to the governor. This will be chaired by Secretary Mondragon from the Economic Development Department, and will involve secretaries from, and I need to make sure I get this list right, the Energy Natural Resources Department, the Environment Department, Higher Education, Public Education, Workforce Solutions, the State Investment Council, Agriculture, and representations from the governor's office. And it'll be eight secretaries in all, in addition to representation from the governor's office.
And what's the plan? Trying to get new industry going, improve training? How will this work?
Yes, exactly. This is a plan to promote economic development, job creation, and also to make sure that we have a trained workforce to take these jobs in the future. So it's really looking at the entire picture. We all know our national economy is in a recession. There's a need for job creation, and there's also tremendous assets in New Mexico that we can leverage. You know, we have the second best solar resource in the country. We have tremendous wind and geothermal resources, and we're working on a plan that takes everything from the R&D and commercialization from our national laboratories and universities all the way down to our growing green cluster of businesses, manufacturers in around the state. For example, Shot Solar and Signet Solar is the most recent, through to energy efficiency, green building, distributed generation, which can happen all over the state, and utility-scale renewable power for possible export to major markets around the country where there's significant demand. So tending to look at the big picture, again, looking at the job creation, and again, making sure that New Mexico citizens are prepared to take these jobs through education and workforce development.
Now, obviously, none of this is going to come for free. It's going to cost some bucks. Any idea how much yet?
Could you say a little more? I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, it's going to cost money to get these programs up and going, I'm quite sure. What's the plan for funding this green position that New Mexico wants to take?
Sure. Well, it is unfortunately not a great budget year for the state, but there is indication that the federal government is going to be putting significant money into green stimulus. And with our delegates to Congress, I'm sure that they will make sure that New Mexico gets its fair share. And we do need to make efforts at the state. There are incentives that are already in place for the production of renewable energy, for the manufacture of renewable energy components, and those sorts of incentives. And basically what we're looking to do is leverage what's already in place. There's already tremendous interest and investment, both private and hopefully federal coming in the sector, and just to make sure that we're addressing any constraints or barriers. And again, all of this will be determined by the cabinet secretaries, and I will just basically the Economic Development Department will be staffing their activities.
All this has been talked about for years. This is being a real push right now, however. Is this what is needed, the centralized focus to bring everything together? Is this why it hasn't really worked well in the past?
Well, I certainly can't speak to that, but I do think we have a tremendous opportunity now. There is a Green Jobs Summit which is being held involving a wide range of stakeholders looking at the green workforce development that was being convened over the past 2 days. There is the announcements out of Washington, obviously, and this is again just the next step in Governor Richardson's push to make clean energy and clean technology a thriving and vibrant sector for New Mexico. So there is a converging of a lot of forces, I would say. And the Green Jobs Cabinet is an executive level coordinating group, and they will be setting direction. But we will be reaching out very broadly to get input from business sector, the nonprofit sector, and citizens that are interested. If you go to the Economic Development Department's website at gonm.biz, B-I-Z, there is a link on the left-hand side that says provide input, sign up to provide input to the Green Economy Initiative. So we are looking for that kind of input, and we look forward to hearing from business, nonprofit, and citizens around the state.
Yeah, tell me about your background. What do you bring to the party?
Well, I have a master's degree in business administration from MIT. I have a public policy degree from Harvard University, and I've been a resident here in New Mexico for a little over 2.5 years. I've been involved in the green building sector, and I've also worked for a fuel cell company in the past. I have experience in business and in the private sector, and again, hoping to bring together those partners to see what we can do here. So again, I'm just staff at this. We really need to give credit to Secretary Mondragon and, of course, Governor Richardson for their visionary leadership in this area.